by the honor and mandate you have entrusted unto me to carry your flag as Speaker of Parliament of Uganda. I want to undertake that we shall be in this race up to the end. That's the first undertaking. Number two, that we are in this race to win. We must debunk the shenanigan that we are few. Because when we come here, it is important that we understand where we are coming from, where we are, and where we are going. My life has been contesting. I have lived a political life. The first time I stood for Parliament was in 2001. I attempted to become youth MP. I got only one vote. Because it was electoral college, I got only one vote. And I don't know who voted for me because I was not even a voter. I stood again in 2006, I failed. I stood in 2008, there was a by-election in Bukodi North, I failed. I stood in 2011, I failed. I stood in 2016, I failed. A municipality was created in 2018, I went through. So I came to Parliament at my 5th attempt. That is the determination. That is the courage. That is the assurance. That's the commitment I want to give to you. As I said earlier on, we must bring sobriety to this house. We must retain the integrity of this house. Professor Evi Daise, a renowned constitutional lawyer, did say, Parliament can make and unmake anything. That should be our position. We must not be considered to be second citizens. Neither should we be a second arm of government. We must always remain the top arm of government. That is the commitment. That is the struggle. That is the inspiration I bring. Finally, I want to ask you that let's be in this thing together. Let us be in this thing together. From now onwards, it's not about Basalirwa. Me, I don't care how many votes I'll get tomorrow. But the world is looking at you. We are 64 here today, not so? 70. But in total, how many are we? Let's first begin with those. I am beginning to mobilize the Busoga caucus this evening and other caucuses to ensure that we get the numbers that we want. I will work with my brother Jonathan Odur, my brother Emmanuel, my brother Santa, and the others to ensure that we penetrate. The only opposition MP from Ankole, the Honorable Mwijuchi, I'll work with him to penetrate that area. So I have the trust that, colleagues, we have whatever it takes to win this race. We have whatever it takes. Now, those who are doubting Thomas's, you don't understand one thing, I think. You cannot say you can't win if you don't participate. Where should the basis be? So I want to invite you, colleagues, that let's be together tomorrow. From now onwards, I know you'll be speaking to different media organizations. You'll be engaging colleagues from other areas. That should be the responsibility that we have. I am merely a torchbearer, but you are the agents of the change. So for me, I'll remain the torchbearer, but the actual agents of this victory are you. And I want to trust that we will do it. I want to thank you for acting differently from the NRM. For them, it's really about selection. You gave us an opportunity to speak with my colleague. We agreed that we come for a vote. We have come for the vote. You have decided. And we are very grateful that you have decided. Perhaps the NRM will learn from us that this is how things are done. And we are leaving this place more united than we came. We all have different talents. A razor blade is very sharp, but it cannot cut a tree. An axe is very strong, but it cannot cut hair. What is the moral of the story? We are differently talented. Can we use those different talents to bear this victory. I thank you.
On the way forward. The other time we went to Kororo, but we didn't sit the way we have done it today, and we went as individuals in the opposition. Today we are going as a team, we are going as the opposition, we are going to speak and act for Uganda, and I therefore want us to put our hands together and thank the two. I want to congratulate our candidates and ask you members that throughout the night, tomorrow morning we're going to mobilize our other members from various constituencies so that we support our candidates. Thank you very much. God bless you.
And which, during my process of delivering this,
I did do that effectively. But in politics, anyhow is how. If we must play to the gallery, I deputized the Lao Parliamentary Caucus. And Lao Parliamentary Caucus is one of the caucuses in the northern Uganda that is very fundamental. Jacob Olanya actually is a Lao by tribe, but domicile in Acholi. So the people of Lao are grieving. The people of Acholi are grieving. Today I was invited as an executive member of the Lao Parliamentary Caucus to go to State House and discuss the position, which I declined. And my colleagues who went were woodwinked by this tyrant and told them, we shall think. Now these members have come with all the annoyance they carry. But I told them, I am going to consult with the part which I belong. And I have consulted with you. They are with us. They intend to embarrass the system. First day I made my maiden speech in nominating Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. There was one word that I did use. It is a Latin maxim of voxe populi, voxe Dei. That word was re-echoed by the speaker in accepting his speech. The voice of the people is the voice of God. And behold, if you see me tomorrow dawned in far-flung areas that have a great nexus with that of the former speaker, behold, I would be reflecting in the great memories that he left for this parliament. Tonight, I offer my candidature, but this position I bring to the House as an opposition contestant. We may not be having the numerical strength in that House for now, but we can change the narrative of that debate by tonight. Behold, if we tonight can garner votes in 100+, it would change how we negotiate or build the leverage we can have with the party that is ruling us at the time. Of all the members of parliament present here, I am almost one of your youngest members of parliament, save for we are about 3 or 4. But because of the dire need to fight and change the regime, I have either dressed myself, spoken and walked and looked above my age to fit the purpose. And today, if I may not suit what you would have wanted, if you wanted to look at a flamboyant young man, you don't get it. What you get is a substance that I bring to you. I lack maybe the form, but I have the substance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that warm welcome, the leader of the opposition, the chairman of the Electoral Commission for this purpose, my fellow contestant, Honorable Basalirwa, and you fellow MPs who voted for us. I stand here to thank you very much, and I must say I'm very humbled that I could get this number of votes. I had, out of respect for our late brother, decided not to campaign and scandalize the whole process. But I was a very serious candidate, and I wanted to go for it. Now that the results have come, I am here to concede and to acknowledge that my brother, Honorable Basalirwa, won in a very free and competitive and fair elections. And I will...
One, for your time. Two, for exhibiting the team spirit that has brought us into this teamwork, which will eventually make our dream to work tomorrow. You are all aware how the speakership race the other time was highly commercialized. Let me make a clarion call to members, which is like a caution, that this temptation is still there, even today, even tomorrow, even at night. But within you, your own self, for the good of opposition unity, forces of change, have a mechanism that should overcome these temptations. Just for purposes of restoring that public trust. By the way, we are in a serious public trust deficit as opposition. And the only time to redeem this trust, the confidence, public confidence, is to overcome this temptation. They will splash around all money, all manner of money, but overcome all this. Because you remember the statement that was made by one of us, the Honorable Semujunganda, that the votes he got, the 15, which is very true, were a reflection of our character trait as opposition. They know the numbers. We are now more than 109 plus the independents. Let the votes we cast be more. Our work now, therefore, is to aggressively mobilize even the caucus with all these caucuses, the Vusoga, the Northern Uganda, the Lango, the Acholi, the West Nile. Even myself, I'm about now to link up with the Bugisu caucus. With all this, may I therefore request the leader of the opposition to finally see us off.
First of all, organizing us this evening. Friends, we come here to make our presence not just seen, but known and understood. And for the work of today and the output of tomorrow, the world will understand that we mean what we say and we act on what we actually say. I would like to congratulate initially my two friends, Okot and the Honorable Basalirwa, for coming out and accepting to be our torchbearers for the war tomorrow. I'm calling it a war because wars restore promises and hopes, dreams and aspirations. Tomorrow we have an opportunity to restore the promise that our people thought of us. In ours, certain things are not done in huge numbers. They are done with confidence. We are going to summon our confidence tomorrow and act on it. To those that did present themselves for nomination today and did not make it, there's no loser in this room. All of us are winners.
Because in the promise of unity, we have all come out together. I've had no one complaining about being discriminated, or a vote stolen, or a winner bribing them. We certainly know the middle name of our competitors. It is bribery, coupled with, should I say it? We stand on the pedestal of hope, and we shall leave it. The Honorable Asman, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise to make a promise to you that I'll myself nominate you tomorrow to show you the fact that I believe in what we are doing. And I would like to invite my Chief Whip to make a promise to nominate the Honorable Court Bitek tomorrow. In that, our people will see our sense of unity and direction and sense of purpose. We are on this on purpose. We are not excited. Colleagues, thank you so much for today. Today at 7 o'clock, I would like to invite you to join me. I'll be visiting with the family of the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya to commiserate with the family, because the bad news befell the family when I was out of the country. I only came back yesterday, so I intend to visit this evening. Those who are around 7 o'clock, please join me to go and commiserate and express our sympathies to the family. We'll set off from here. I think it is easier. Our platform is active. Simply be there. We would be communicating on our platform, and then we'll be there. In Muyenga, I don't know the actual place, but I think the Honorable Nyeko here is very close to our home there. He'll be able to lead us to the place. I once again thank you so much and wish you the very best of tomorrow. Keep firm, keep together, keep alive.
He comes from the second largest opposition party in Parliament, the FDC, which has over the years worked a lot to sustain the spirit of the opposition in Parliament and outside the Parliament. Secondly, coming from the Greater North, Acholi, Lango, West Nile, he's one to consolidate opposition spirit in the North, including an open invitation to non-opposition from the North, who believe that the North, in losing the Honorable Jacob Olanya, lost one of their own, and therefore replacing him with the Honorable Court would be really a befitting send-off for Jacob. Yep. Thank you.
Wanga nze nkikwatira bendera ku kifo kya Deputy Speaker wa Parliament. Wabula ate nekisalawo mu kiseera kyekimu tulina okujja mu opposition caucus tubeere n'eddoboozi eryawamu nga opposition ya Uganda okusobola okuba ne representation ey'eggwanga lyonna. N'olwekyo ekibiina kyange kisazeewo era ne opposition yonna neesalawo nga tutudde mu caucus nti ku lw'abantu ba mu North n'ekifaananyi ekigazi ekya opposition tubeere nga nvaamu, tubeere nga tuwagira munnaffe Okot okusobola okuggyayo ekifaananyi ekyawamu okulaga nti kuno opposition tetuzze kuba nti twerumaaluma tuleese omuntu omw'omu. Ekintu kyenzikirizganyiza nakyo kubanga nzikirizganyiza ne party position yange gyeteekinze ey'okunkyusa era wamu ne ba opposition bannange. The National Inter-Platform Party had endorsed me as the National Inter-Platform Party had endorsed me as their candidate for the position of Deputy Speakership. However, it was subject to the opposition caucus resolution, which we have just held now. And in the opposition caucus, we have all agreed as the opposition that we should front a candidate from the northern region as a befitting send-off to the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya. My party has supported that position, that we should support Okot, Honorable Okot, and I decided to agree with the party position and the opposition caucus decision for purposes of having a wider opposition represented.
Nalima. The President has endorsed Honorable Asmani Basalirwa and Honorable Okot for the position of Deputy Speaker and Speaker. What do you say about that?
I think for us as a caucus, as an opposition caucus, our main emphasis was, first of all, regional balance and competence. For us, I don't think it should be about numbers. It should be about democracy. Who has to take what, or who should take what? And for us in the opposition, we focus on, yes, democracy. As Honorable Asmani Basalirwa put in his interest, we as a National Unity Platform, we made a decision on who to bring, but when we, of course, it was Honorable Basalirwa. And when we went to Deputy Speaker, of course, we had a candidate, but we also considered the fact that we had to be, it was supposed to be universal. Everybody was supposed to be part and parcel of this. The FDC, the NUP, DP, PPP, JEMA, to mention all of them. We decided on Honorable Okot. First of all, because the person who is being succeeded was from the north or northern Uganda, and there has been something ongoing, some propaganda that the National Unity Platform or the opposition is tribalistic. So we want to prove to them that we're not tribalistic, not necessarily proving, but the truth is we're not tribalistic. We want everybody to get involved. We want it to be inclusive. Opposition is inclusive. That we don't want these people to think we're tribalistic. So Honorable Bitek is, first of all, FDC. And he's from the north. He's not from Buganda, and he's not from the National Unity Platform. So the National Unity Platform is inclusive. Everybody must be engaged in this. So that is why we came up with Honorable Court, and he's competent. He's a good lawyer. He's a good legislator. So I believe he will be the best. Actually, our choice has been the best. Yes. Okay. Okusinziira ku kusalawo kwaffe ffe tulowooza nti abantu abo be batuufu kubanga Honorable Basalirwa olaba ng'ekiseera kyamaze mu Parliament asobodde okubaako by'ateesa ate oba ne motion za movinga ate n'ekirala alina expertise oba obumanyirivu mu mateeka ffe tulowooza nti ye mutuufu ate n'okuba nti alina support y'abantu abalala si support ya opposition yokka naye ne mu NRM mulimu abamuwagira so ffe tulowooza nti nga opposition ye muntu omutuufu mpozi ne Honorable Court Bitek wabaddewo ebigenda mu maaso ebigambibwa nti aba National Unity Platform oba mu opposition mulimu kye bayita tribalism oba nti abantu beeyagaliza bokka mu Buganda ffenno tulowooza nti ekyo si kituufu era n'okukola kino si kubalagako bulazi naye okulaga eggwanga nti NUP tetuli bannamawanga nti tusosola mu mawanga twagadde okubalaga nti ddala kituufu NUP tuli inclusive buli omu tumwaniriza era ffe tulowooza nti Honorable Court ye mutuufu okuwa ekifo kino kubanga ekisooka ekifo ekibaddemu speaker kibaddemu omugenzi Honorable Jacob Oulanyah Mukama omwoyo gwagumuze mirembe abadde ava mu mambuka kakati ne tulowooza nti butekayo omuntu ava mu mambuka ffe nga opposition kijja kuba fair eri bannaffe abali waggulu eyo nabo baleme kuwulira nti tubasudde ebbali opposition bwetyo bwekola tetwagala kusosola mu mawanga na mu bantu oba na mu bibiina ffe tuli ba NUP tukkiriziganyizza ne tulonda omuntu wa FDC ekyo opposition kyeyina okukola.